but welcome to the Total Stickcast. My name's Paul Johnson. I'm a freelance writer, author, blogger, and creator of a whole bunch of other things. You can head on over to everythingpaul.net to get an eyeful of that. And with me, as always, rumor has it he's on fleek and totally 2000 and late. It's Ryan Blair.
Woo! Woo!
How's it going?
I'm still alive, still kicking,
Okay.
Life's shit as usual, but hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Well, that's not good. And you sound a little like a nihilistic cookie monster.
No, that was supposed to be Walter Cronkite.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently it was nothing like Walter Cronkite, though.
Apparently not.
So,
Yeah. Why does your week suck?
oh, well, you know what, I can't complain about the weather. I will have to say that the week is probably somewhat redeemed with the beautiful weather we're having here in Calgary. Double digits, sunny every day.
Yes.
So I definitely have to be uber thankful for that. All the snow's melting and getting outside and soaking up some of that vitamin D.
Yeah, there we go.
But we're having issues with our landlord.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we moved into this house in October, and we took it over from somebody else that had been here for 20 years.
Wow, okay.
And this person didn't want anybody ever around, including the landlord. So landlord would show up every couple months, every 3 months, get some money, and you wouldn't see or hear from him again, right? And so when it came to maintenance of the house, this tenant would tell the landlord, I'll do it, no problem. He didn't. So the place was absolutely trashed, more or less. Ripped out flooring, holes, broken windows, the list goes on. Mold, falling apart this, falling apart that, broken pipes, a yard and house full of stuff. So we cleaned everything up. We started exacting some of the repairs, and we gave him an invoice the other day and for everything that we've done. And we've had some professionals, some plumbers and heating guys come in to take care of a few things. And now he's talking about wanting to get us out because he's saying that this other tenant absolutely did all the repairs and that we moved in, trashed the house, then did the work just to get out of paying rent or some crap. So we're...
That's fucking nice.
Yeah, so we're in the middle of that, and the real kick in the ass is he told us to fix it. He's seen some of the absolute disheveledness of this place, and we told him 100 times to come in and have an inspection and look at everything when we first moved in, and he refused. He's like, no, whatever, no. So now it's turning into a thing. So we'll see how that goes, but that's just never fun to deal with.
No doubt. Well.
And Naomi boot fucked me while I'm asleep, and now I have this savage mark on my face, and I'm hideous.
Yeah, so do tell, because it's pretty savage. Savage.
I fell asleep while reading the Bible. As I often do, reading scripture.
Yes.
So I fell asleep with the Bible on my chest, and she just lost it, and which is normal. She's quite psychotic, and she just started boot fucking me, and so wow. I was asleep, and then I was unconscious because I got boot fucked so much, and then I woke up in the morning with blood all over my face, and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she denies it, but you can tell there's that look in her eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was also blood under her nails.
Okay. So at least if she would have killed you, she would have gotten caught.
She would have got caught, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've been watching a lot of procedurals lately.
Yeah, she's not a clean killer, right? Like she would definitely there would be blood and skin evidence everywhere. Yeah, she'd get locked up for life. But she would probably beat it with a plea of insanity, and get locked up in like an asylum for 5-6 years and then be released. So that's the only downside.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. But hey, you're dead, so you're safe.
Well, I'm dead. I'm safe. Yeah. So that would be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. So long and
She
short
threatened.
of it,
She threatened to light me on fire today too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay.
So this is my life. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Please
no doubt.
send help.
As the kids say, lit. Yeah.
Lit. Yeah, I would have been lit, all right.
Yeah, you would have been lit. Pick it.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, okay. Try not to get set on fire.
I'm gonna try.
I don't know what to say after that. Oh dear God.
But then and then even after all the boot fucking and the threats of being lit on fire and everything, she says, "Do you guys have a guest today?" And I said, "No, just us." And she goes, "Well, if you want a guest on what it's like to live with you, I'll come on the show." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Well, I mean, that would be a pretty short guest spot because really the only thing you could say is it's awesome." Right?
And she gets to train cardio on you while you're sleeping?
Yeah, she gets to exercise. So she's saving money on gym memberships by, like, doing river dance on my face and my body. Yeah.
There we go.
It's true. It's a true story.
Oh, Jesus. Well then. Well, if you can hook up 2 sets of headphones, I guess, she can, come in the future and tell us how horrible it is to live with you.
I don't want her sitting next to me. I'm scared.
Not within swinging distance.
Not within swinging distance, no.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, this I'm getting rid of. I know.
Yeah, that's gotta go. What happened there?
I'm getting rid of part of it. It is...
Whoa.
my shag.
Yeah, that is unruly.
So first of all... First of all, when I grow hair, I don't grow a little bit of hair. I grow a lot of hair all at one time. I'm a chia pet, and it's very, very thick.
I can see that.
So that's one thing. But right now, if you noticed, and for those of you listening, if you subscribe to our feed on Patreon, you can actually see my hair and know what color it is. And you can do that by going to patreon.com/TSC podcast. But my hair right now, I love the color it is. Could you tell? Well, you've seen me recently too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I saw you the other day.
My hair is the result of me having bleached it a long time ago, dyed it a crazy color, then the color fading out, but the bleached ends remaining. So half my hair is like bleach and streaks blonde and brown tones. I love it the way it is right now. But it's unruly. So I'm getting a crazy ass motherfucking haircut later. That is too bold for me. That will allow me to keep some of my color. So.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
I mean, you do gotta cut your hair or you're gonna end up looking like, get like some white guy afro going on, which you definitely don't want to do.
No, and I've had that. I can be very puffy. In high school, I had blonde hair. With, like, a lot, like, I mean, straight the fuck up, okay? And with black splotches in it. People said I looked like a shoe shine rag, like I used to be all blonde, and then somebody scrubbed something with my head.
Nice.
And I was kind of known for that for a while, because it was very weird.
We saw a guy the other day driving. We were driving, he was not. And he had his hair do like a guy from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
okay.
Like it was just spiky in every direction and it was floofed out at the side. Yeah, man. It was like, okay, you went out in public like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's my problem. I'm gonna go get this crazy ass haircut, and then I have to leave there, and I'm probably gonna do grocery shopping afterwards, so I have to walk around with it with no time to prepare myself, man. I have to embrace that person that I will now be with this crazy ass haircut.
I hate that, man. I think after a change like that, I think you're entitled to a day at home in front of a mirror, just trying to acclimate to the change.
Exactly. Just looking at your hair going, how does this new guy walk? How does this new guy talk?
I think
is
that's
like?
a legitimate reason to call in sick for work, even.
I think so, but I can't call in sick anymore. So, you know.
No, but I
have
just mean in the eventuality of somebody who's getting an extreme haircut, I encourage them to call in sick the following day.
Yeah, take a hair
Yeah,
day.
take a hair day.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to have
Yeah.
a hair day. Yeah,
Yeah, there we go. You heard
Yeah.
it here first.
that's right.
Send us $100 in a self-addressed stamped envelope, and we'll send you a letter that isn't guaranteed to work that you can give
Yes.
to your employer.
Yeah, we'll get some stick cast letterhead, and we will write a note out for your employers, giving you the hair day. And,
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, and then possibly hang on to the letter for the unemployment line.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah,
I think it's a great idea.
absolutely.
I'm getting this haircut because I have to go to a wedding on Saturday,
Oh well, that's a good reason to get a haircut.
and I don't like associating with people.
Yeah, you're a tis optimist.
Yes.
Yeah. So whose wedding is it that you're actually getting dragged out of the house and getting a haircut?
Friends of Stephanie's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been
Is
to
it-
her birthday party.
Is it an open bar?
No.
Oh, because if it was, I'd totally be your plus one.
But I don't even drink, so... I mean, I would want to that night, but last time I got drunk at a wedding, we talked about it a couple episodes ago, it didn't end well. I got dragged down a flight of stairs and threw up in this bride's sister's lap for many hours. It's not a good thing. So, yeah, I just have to go associate with people I don't want to.
See, I think the biggest thing, and I mean, I'm not a people person either, but, you know, I think the biggest thing when you go to a wedding, I think today people are a lot different, but I had to go to a wedding a number of years back, and it wasn't even an open bar, so I wasn't real impressed with that. But the ceremony, and they're so hit and miss. I mean, the ceremony was, oh Christ, 2 hours long.
Okay. Wow.
And yeah, like the bride and groom and their wedding party just sort of stood up there, and the priest, this was in a church and everything, and the priest was just going on and on and on, and we're just sitting there going, what the fuck? So, I mean, to me, that could be the most painful part, because at least at the reception, there's food, cake, and drinks for purchase or otherwise. So, I mean, you can make it tolerable. You know?
I suppose. I don't know what I would rather exactly, because at the reception you have to stand around and make awkward small chat with people you don't know for no reason, other than the fact you both happen to be there. I mean, at the ceremony you can just do nothing.
Yeah, but at the
It's like
reception
being
you
at a
can do
movie.
nothing too. You just keep your face stuffed with a drink or food in it.
But then people think you're weird and they still try to talk to you.
Then you do something weird and walk away.
Yeah, well, doing something weird is my forte. Well, hopefully my hair will be weird enough to keep them all away.
What if you stand in a corner and just start poking yourself in the eye? No one's going to come near you.
See, I do that anyways partway through a conversation. That's why I don't like talking to people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could run around biting people.
Well, I don't know. I kind of promised, part of my probation.
That's fair. Yeah, no, you don't want to mess that up. Well, wear a Speedo.
Yeah, okay, that'll do it. There we go. That's
Yep.
what it's going to be. I gotta wear a Speedo. But I think it'll be more effective if I don't wear it properly. Like, I gotta wear it on my head or something.
Wear one all properly and one on your head.
Okay, well, problem solved. On to the next thing. The people who can see this on the video feed know my horrible secret, and you know my horrible secret. That behind me is a Christmas tree.
What's the
And
date
we're-
today? Yeah, 21st of
I
March or
was
some
gonna
shit.
say-
Yeah.
March 21st is the first day of spring, and my Christmas tree is still up because I'm too fucking busy. So yeah. So Christmas tree has not come down yet. Hopefully I'll be taking that down soon. Hopefully this will be enough public humiliation that I'll be forced to take it down.
I think at this point you might as well just keep it up.
Yeah, you know what? You might be onto something there. I just take the decorations off it and just call it a summer forest.
Could, yeah. Yeah, little greenery around the house. Now, is it a fake Christmas tree?
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah.
it isn't.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, because that would almost make it worse that it's still up if it was a real Christmas tree, because that means you spent the time continuing to water it
Yeah, exactly.
when it
yeah.
should have been down 3 months ago.
Yeah, no, I couldn't have maintained a live. If it was a live Christmas tree, it would be a brush fire by now. No,
yeah, I can
no.
see that.
The sun pouring through the window because now it's summer. No.
I don't know, man. I think this is just this weather we've been having as a tease. I hope it stays. I hope we're into it now, but I don't know.
I think we'll probably have a little bit more chill, but I don't think it's going to get bad. I don't think it's going to dump a foot of snow or anything on us again. Nothing crazy.
It's supposed to snow in a few days.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't lie unless they changed it. It was supposed to snow.
It might snow, but it's not supposed to. Take my word for it. It's supposed to be like this.
Okay.
Paul,
the meteorologist.
Yeah. The meteorologist.
I can feel it in my knees. My knees aren't aching, which means it's not going to snow for the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. No, that's fair.
Go. I got a wrist that hurts when it snows, so when it gets cold suddenly, so not so far off. I won a radio contest this week.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
So do tell. I want to hear all the details about that.
Okay, well, here's the really weird thing. Okay, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I started writing a script for an audio drama about a guy who wins a radio contest and then all kinds of fucked up shit happens. And then, like a week later, I won a radio contest. So I thought that was kind of weird. That tripped me out, first of all.
A little bit, so yeah, I can see that.
I was probably more hyper aware of that than most people, other than that I just told you, but it was weird to me. Anyways, so I here in the city there we have XL103 who does the payroll payout thing, and so they'll call a name first thing in the morning, and if you call them back in 10 minutes, then you get $50 an hour for the next 4 hours, and then they call another name, and if that person doesn't call, then you stay on and continue making $50 an hour for the next 4 hours. Right? Kind of pretty simple, sort of. I made it through a full day, and I made $600, and then the next morning the guy called in and took me off. But
so it doesn't get. That's what I wasn't sure. So it doesn't continue. The payout doesn't continue through overnight.
No, it's like a job, kind of. It's 9 to 5.
Okay.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's awesome.
But still not bad. Still not bad. And so throughout that time, like if they like if you enter it, like if they call you and you're just, hello? Oh yes, my son-in-law put me in for that. I mean, they're not going to disqualify you, but that's probably the last time they're going to talk to you. But if you play around and have a bit of fun with them, they'll keep calling you back. So he was calling me like every hour to get me to record the song introductions and stuff that were coming up. And we played like a bunch of games. Did a thing where he listed a bunch of sports teams. I had to tell him which one wasn't the real sports team. A lot like the games we play on here, really.
Yeah. Did you get any other bonuses, like tickets to anything, or just the cash?
No, most of it's just for fun. Most of it's just, like, one is the wrong game, where he asks you a question and all you have to do is answer it wrong.
Yeah.
By the way, I did not do good at that.
Well then.
Like, what's a place you wouldn't find curtains? My exact response was, a bathroom. No, wait, that's wrong. So... and then I panicked and I said a kitchen, and he goes, people have curtains in their kitchen. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, a park, that's what.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, we know that you do not do well under pressure.
No, apparently not. I did some. They also asked me what animal Shark Week was devoted to, and I said tarantulas, so I got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was rough at times. No, but it was a lot of fun actually. And hey, I won money off the radio doing it. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Now I get a call in about a week and a half, and I get to go pick up my check from the station, the studio down there and stuff. It's the second time though. I don't know if you know this. Is the second time I've won that. The first time though, I didn't go for nearly as long. I only won $200.
And how exactly do you get on as one of the people they call?
You apply at the beginning of the season, so that's like February 3rd or something like that. You can start applying.
Okay.
You sit in a puddle of names, and hopefully they call you.
That is very cool.
The way I found out my name was because I don't listen to the radio. I'm fucking horrible at it. But my father and his girlfriend are big time into the state. Well, not big time. I mean, whatever. They're not groupies. I don't know, but they that's the station they listen to. But I don't big time into it. They got t-shirts, knapsacks, everything, man. Go. No, but that's their station. So they listen to it and they follow the contest all the time and stuff like that. So, anyways, laying in bed, snuggled up to my wonderful wife, First thing in the morning, I get a phone call. I ignore it. It's first thing in the morning. You see where this is going. Couple seconds later, bang, 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 bang on all the windows. My father fucking raced out here, booked it across the fucking all the ice outside and shit, got down to her windows, banging on the windows, trying to wake me up. Wow. Call, you're almost out of time. So I call, I get on the thing with them, on the phone with them. She goes, oh, you had 1 minute, she says.
Nice.
So
That's
yeah,
great.
it was dramatic. It was dramatic, and then I managed to stay on all day. The next two people didn't call, so.
Oh, that's pretty great, man. Yeah. No, that's very cool. Yeah, it sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
It was exciting. Yeah, it was exciting. It's a lot of waiting by the phone. When he calls you every hour, it actually does take up a lot of your day.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine.
But, yeah, so that's that. What else? I decided that I love flat earthers this week.
Okay, do tell.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my theory. So they keep, like they sent a guy up in a rocket to try to look and prove that the Earth is flat. Yeah. Now they have a team going to Antarctica, I think, or the North Pole. Do I have it in my notes? I
saw somebody. There's a celebrity that's going out there to prove. I can't remember who it was, but
Jake Paul.
No.
Or Eric
yes,
Paul? Jake Paul.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
he's a YouTuber, I think.
Yes, yeah. YouTube guy. Yeah. That's what
I sound like I'm being super. I feel like I sound like I'm being super shady. Like, I don't know that, Aaron guy, whatever, guy with the dumb name. No, I should know of him. He's a huge fucking deal. I'm not trying to be like a fucking snob. I don't know. But yeah, I think
Aaron
it's
Paul?
Jake Paul.
Aaron Paul.
Jake Paul, I think.
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul?
Paul something.
Yeah, but Paul's his last name. He's using it wrong.
Ryan Paul?
No, I doubt it.
Okay, yeah,
Paul Ryan is a person.
Yeah, I have no idea, but yeah, no, but okay. we know who we're talking about.
So anyway, so they're leading an expedition. Just pretend he's not even famous. It doesn't matter. He's leading an expedition to the Antarctica or the North Pole or some shit. To Antarctica, I think, to prove that the Earth is flat. Okay. That's so special. There's no other group of lunatics out there so ready to prove themselves wrong. Do you know how special that is? Like, if racists were just like, I'm gonna go meet all the colored people to prove they're bad, like, racism would be done. Like, if religions were just like, we're gonna be nice to everybody to prove that everybody's equal, like, hatred would be done. We'd need no more religion. Like, if anybody else was this devoted to proving themselves wrong, the world would have no problems. They are the best case scenario of lunatic. They're gonna keep investigating this, and this whole thing will be over in no time whatsoever. This is how you're supposed to be a crack addict. This is how you're supposed to be a lunatic. Like, this is how you do it, man.
I don't think it'll ever be over, because I think there was something recently that they did. I can't remember what it was. And they had some sort of thing to prove that the Earth was flat. And they absolutely failed miserably. And now, they're just going to keep coming up with new shit. Right?
I don't... They can only look for so long. They're going out there with cameras and shit now.
But I don't see where going to Antarctica proves that it's flat. Or...
Oh, because of all of the wonderful things he does. Because they'll walk off the edge of the Earth. That's the idea, is that Earth is, like, surrounded by ice. Right? So if they get to Antarctica, they'll be able to fall off the edge of the Earth, if they're right.
Okay.
But when they come back around and they're in Russia, they're gonna be like, oh, guys, we were wrong, I hope. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, in the meantime, they're gonna get to club baby seals and live in igloos.
A whole bunch of baby seals around, just give it out.
Well, that's not my kind of clubbing, but okay. Well then.
I came to that conclusion this week that I love flat earthers, because everybody should be that willing to prove themselves wrong. Everybody just sits in their little huts and their little cone-shaped KKK hats and just hates people.
That's a
get out
point.
there and prove yourself wrong.
So maybe the flat earthers are going to bring about a change in the planet.
Yeah, I think so. I want to see it happen. Yeah. There won't be as much. We'll all be on the same wavelength. It'll be a new kind of flat earth.
See, this motivates me, okay, to go meet every Asian grandmother on the planet to prove that they all have a recipe for chicken balls.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's not wrong in any way, shape, or form. I don't think anybody could be offended by that necessarily. Are you gonna undertake this mission in the same way that you found us a furry guest, a guest who is a furry? Are you gonna undertake this and join Asian grandmother Facebook pages and be like, yo, Asian grandmas, hit me up?
Or I could just create one.
Oh, wait, an Asian grandma or a page?
Both.
Okay, fair enough. I want to see you.
I could just go around. I could just go around impregnating Asians' daughters, and then I've created Asian grandmothers.
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't be grandmothers yet.
But yeah, they would, because now their daughters are pregnant.
Whoa.
That's deep, right?
Mind blown. I'm frozen.
I know, I see that.
My screen is frozen. It's terrible.
I thought maybe you just, shut off because your mind was blown so much on that.
Well, that was part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I'm just regular frozen.
Asian women, be warned. Lock up your daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan's coming to town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see what I did there? Yeah, you did.
Ryan's going down to Chinatown. Okay.
See, I'm gonna get T-shirts and hats, bumper stickers. Yeah, this is gonna become a movement. All Asian grandmothers have recipes for chicken balls.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm down. Let's do it. Have you watched? We were gonna do for a mini-sode. We were gonna.
I did watch
Super
it.
Bob.
I did.
I have not yet, so I will, and we'll get to that soon.
Okay. Yeah, I did watch it.
So, did you? Okay, I don't want to know anything, even though I want to ask you so badly. I don't want to know anything because I've got to watch it. And we've got to take notes, and we got to do it for the Patreon thing. So we have to do that.
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, awesome.
Naomi watched it with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are no longer together. So if that says anything, yeah.
Because of the movie?
Yeah, she broke up with me directly after the movie was over.
Perfect. And then clubbed you like a baby seal in your sleep.
Clubbed me like a baby seal in my sleep, yep.
Perfect.
It's true.
There we go. That's love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy love.
Yeah. Gonna be crazy in love. Sorry. So I found an app that leverages my ADD against my self-destructive penchant for guilt.
Okay.
So it's this app that keeps me off my phone and won't look, because sometimes when I'm trying to do stuff and I'm trying to be productive in ways that get me paid, I sometimes look at my phone too often, or I sometimes look at Facebook too often, and then time vanishes, and I'm like, where did it go? Oh my god, it's amazing. So I found this app where I plant a tree, and the tree grows, but if I open my phone or if I go on Facebook, it's too soon, the tree dies.
Oh.
Yeah, so then I have the blood of a tree on my hands. So because I don't want to kill the tree and I want to build up my forest, because I get to take these trees and move them over to my forest, because I want to be able to do that, I need to continue to work and not touch my phone.
And does then the phone tell you that it's time to cut a tree down or to move it or...
Yeah, it tells me it's time. Yeah, you don't cut them down, you lunatic. No, it tells me that my tree is fully grown, and then it gets added to my forest, and they can see how many trees I've added to my forest that week, that month, etc., on a little like SimCity style grid with trees popped all over the place. And so if it's only a short period of time that I focus for, like 20 minutes or whatever that I'm focused for, then I get like a bush or a shrub. If it's like an hour, then I get like a full tree. If it's like an hour and a half, then I get a tree with all these things coming off of it, and so on, right? So then I get tokens at the end of all of that. Like when I'm done growing a tree, I get X number of tokens for it. I can use those tokens to buy different trees. So then I can grow a tree that has like all bunch of the birds from Twitter in it and stuff like that. My life's really exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is about 60 seconds I will never get back.
Yeah, never, ever.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's the thing. So that's an app that exists. So if you need help staying focused, you can guilt trip yourself into it. It's pretty wonderful.
I think I won't be anywhere near that app.
Why?
Because it's pointless.
Do you feel guilty enough already?
No, I just wouldn't be on my phone if that was the case.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
I would make the conscious decision to not be on my phone.
I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. I think you're giving yourself too much credit.
No. Because then I can play more zombies.
But that's playing a game. That's still being distracted. I cannot be on my phone if I'm playing GTA.
Hey, 7 Days to Die is not a game. That is real life survival, buddy. Real life.
Okay, you tell it like it is. How is your zombie hoarding going?
Good. Yeah, we I've created a so a couple episodes ago I was talking about like we were getting attacked, we were getting invaded by other players. So it all went to shit and so we ended up leaving the game because I had a little tantrum and deleted it. That particular saved game, not the entire game. And because while he was attacking it, I decided, well, I'm going to be sneaky and I'm going to go build an underground lair, right? And there's no way you're going to find this unless you just happen to stumble upon the entrance of a hole in the ground. But unfortunately, I started building my motorcycle in the new underground lair. And unless the motorcycle has a lock put on it, all the other players can see the motorcycle on their maps. So I had a bunch of people now coming after me, and I'm going, what the fuck? How are people finding my bloody hole in the ground?
Yeah.
So somebody came and completely destroyed the underground lair, and I I had a little tantrum, so I started a new game, and Naomi and I are on like day 70 or something like that, day 80, and now we've got this I've built this incredibly intricate maze of false doors and false hallways. So if somebody does manage to break in, they're gonna go. And then I've also built a swimming pool, and then in the bottom of the swimming pool, I've got 9 more doors, and one of those doors leads to the hallway to where all the good stuff is. To where all of our workbenches and forges and stuff like that are. And then the gardens there, like that's our main living area. But so doing a lot of things, the art of deception, and so far so good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's a Winchester house.
A what? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Like that, eh?
Yeah, I did. Took me a second.
Deep cuts from history, homie. Yeah. So, well, do you have anything else exciting going on in your life? I mean, I'm winning contests over here. I'm, doing all kinds of things. You got beat up in your sleep.
Oh, well, I mean, it didn't really happen to me, but I guess I benefit from it. Naomi went and picked up a Roll Up the Rim to win.
Okay.
And she won a coffee. Yes!
Oh, whoa!
No, she actually won a $50 Tim's card.
Okay.
And that's the most I've ever seen anybody I know or, that's ever done that. It's always just been a coffee or a donut or a muffin or something. So, yeah, that was really exciting.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I have an Old Navy gift card.
Okay.
That I got at Christmas. And I checked it recently.
Yeah.
To see how much was on it, because it wasn't filled in. And it's like an odd number. It's like $18.29 or something. Oh. So I'm like, well, that's fucked up, because I've never used it. That's fucked up, because I've never used it, and nobody would put pennies on a, 29... No. Like, you pick a round number. So I'm like, what the fuck? That's so messed up. So I haven't called Old Navy. I haven't done anything about this yet, but there is a thing going around, and I read about this online a while back, where people are stealing... there's something you can do to gift cards to get the number and process them. So people are buying gift cards. It shows that they were activated 3 years beforehand and shit like that. And it's a little bit of a problem. As with everything, it gets sensationalized by the media, and you think it's happening to everybody. But it's happened a few times, though. So I half-assed wonder if I actually have a scammy gift card.
Well, the other thing is I've never really heard about it from gift cards, so I could be way off base, but I know with the prepay credit cards, they do charge monthly fees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't think they do that with gift cards.
Or there's an activation fee. And like I said, I've never heard of, but I mean, yeah, so it's, I doubt it's that, but,
no.
Yeah, that is really weird, because like you said, no one's gonna go get you an $18.37 fucking gift card. Yeah,
it's super, super bizarre, so, yeah, I don't know, that was because when you mentioned gift cards, I was like, yeah, I got a weird gift card situation. So that's that. Hey, do you
I can't think of,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I can't think of anything else really milestone-ish. I'm going to attempt to make some pork jerky tomorrow.
Oh.
So that I'm excited for that. Yeah, no, there's really, we're talking about maybe going camping sooner rather than later, just because of the beautiful weather. And we love camping, so yeah, but no, there's nothing really that I can think of.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll play some trivia and stuff soon. Maybe we'll take
let's get some trivia done.
Do some word of the day. Now, do you? Okay. I need to know. This is terrible podcasting because only the people with the video feed are going to see this. But do you recognize this?
Yeah, that's Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, is this sweeping a reference to something? It actually is?
No, but that's what he looks like to me. Does he have a blue arrow on the top of his bald head?
No.
Well, then he's just a monk.
He's just a little Buddha monk, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't okay, that wasn't why I was expecting you to recognize him. He used to, okay, do you remember, we used to work with a psychopath.
Which one?
Named yeah. Named Stuart.
Stuart.
He worked at...
Oh, Next Door.
Next Door at Payday Loans.
Yeah, the music guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Redhead, yeah.
Yeah, and he was just really crazy and eccentric. He was just... He's super eccentric. And this, I don't know if it started off as his or if he stole it from the person before him, but famously sat on his desk. It was part of his psychosis, okay?
I vaguely remember that. So this thing sat on his desk.
With this acorn husk in it, I believe. Or whatever the fuck this thing is. Anyways, it sat on his desk. So I became really attached to this thing. It used to hold my paper clips. It used to hold everything. Once I took that desk over, he became my Buddha. He became my and there's a little puppy that sits in him, and all the kids that came in used to steal a little puppy and then put him back. It was awesome. So that was my little Buddha. So when I left, I took him with me, and he's still on my desk.
That's a great story.
Yeah,
I hope that's in your memoirs.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
The title is Little Buddha Baby from My Desk at Work.
Yeah, that's quite the title. I think you should rethink that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, great. So, some trivia, maybe. I thought you would find that more fascinating. It's like, anyways, it's the only thing I stole from work, I think.
Or that you'll admit to.
Or that I'll admit to, yeah. And no, I think it is. I don't think I even stole office supplies. Not, like, anything memorable. I have a box full of cards, but they just let me take those. I use them to make filters for joints sometimes. I didn't say that. Oh, pens. I also have a shitload of pens from there, too. I have boxes of pens from there, too.
Nice.
Yeah. Hopefully the like, statute of limitations or whatever is up. I don't want to go to prison for life. So, what do you say to a short urination and other break, and then we'll reconvene here for some trivia and stuff like that. And
sure.
And during the break, the listening audience is going to hear a special promo for something, and we're going to talk about that when we come back.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, we shall return. Here, check this out. Well, check this out. This is what they're going to hear.
Why didn't the Three Little Pigs go in for some kind of flat share scheme?
Does Jesus get to choose which wine he turns it into?
Why don't Sims have the upper body strength to climb out of a swimming pool?
And does everybody really want to be a cat.
I'm Will Baker.
And I'm Alex Prescott.
And if you're the type of person that overthinks these deep philosophical questions, then Think to the Brink is the podcast for you.
From Disney characters to song lyrics, debates to social etiquette, tune in every week for your dose of paralysis by analysis.
All topic suggestions are welcome. If you can think it, we can overthink it. Think to the Brink. Available on all podcast platforms.
Yeah. So there's a podcast devoted to overthinking things. It's right up my alley. I don't know. I enjoy overthinking things. But I was talking to this gentleman, Will Baker, and he's one of the hosts. The other guy on the podcast is Alex Prescott. And I thought the show sounded like a lot of fun. And we're doing a shout out for us, and we're running a promo for them and stuff. So yeah, so I thought you guys should hear that. So if you're into overthinking things, you should definitely check that out right after you're done listening to this. Finish this first, because we have trivia and shit. They don't have trivia, so you know.
They don't have trivia.
They're the second best podcast, but you should listen to them when you run out of episodes of the Stickcast. You know. So yeah, so there's a thing I thought I'd share with y'all. And now I got a quiz.
All right, I'm looking forward to it because I did so well on the last one.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm all stone now, so I will read you a question and then forget to read you the answer. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, perfect. Today's quiz is about books.
Books.
Yeah, books.
Okay,
So-
books.
South African writer Mary Faulkner, under 6 pen names. 6. Count them. Under 6.
Yeah,
pen
count them
names.
right there. There you go. You missed the one there. bud.
Mary Faulkner, under 6 different pen names, is the woman who has written, well, the human being who has written the most books of anybody. How many books has she written? Now,
Under 6 pen names. Okay.
now, to for all the people screaming at their various electronic devices right now, fiction. This is fiction. Like L. Ron Hubbard wrote a whole bunch of wrote 1,000 books or something, but a lot of them were like doctrine. Some of them. This is all fiction. Okay. A. 904. B. 1500. C. 375. Or D. 240.
Well, I'm going to go with D, and this is why.
Okay.
Okay?
And this is why. Okay.
And this is why, because I feel like Africa doesn't have a lot of trees. So they don't make a lot of paper.
What?
And I just don't think there's enough paper in Africa to write 1,500 books or 900. So I'm going to go with D.
Now you know that parts of Africa are highly developed and would just order it from somewhere, right?
No, that's not. That's
Okay.
urban myth.
Okay.
That's an urban myth. Africa is just a desert
Fair
with
enough.
lions and people running around in loincloths and spears.
And Sarah McLachlan doing ads with hungry children while flies land on their face.
Oh God, not even Sarah McLachlan. What is that broad's name? Oh, the real annoying Smothers, Carruthers. No, Smothers.
Oh,
Cindy
is it Carruthers? Maybe?
Carruthers. Yeah, I don't know.
I
The
don't
original annoying one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so
That's pretty
I
bad
was right,
check.
wasn't I?
Okay, so you were, well, yeah, you kicked ass during the mini-sode today, but you're wrong.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. It was A, 904. And they have plenty of
Of
paper.
course.
Uh,
Not anymore.
no, she used all of it. Okay, number 2. Having sold 500 million copies, what is the best-selling book of all time? And obviously religious texts are excluded.
Oh.
A. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. B. War and Peace. C. Don Quixote. Or D. Little Women.
Oh, shit. You know, I wouldn't go with Harry Potter. I think that's kind of a trick question just because if you've read one, there's a good chance you're reading all of them. And if you don't enjoy the first book, you're not going to go and buy the second, third, fourth, etc. So you wouldn't just start with one right in the middle.
Touche.
Okay.
Okay.
War and Peace. Well, again, that's not really, it's a popular book. I imagine it's sold quite a bit. But I think I want to go with Little Women because as I recall, Little Women was a book, that was mandatory reading in school.
Okay.
At one point. Yeah, so I think a lot of schools had that, yeah.
A lot of thought. You put a lot of thought into that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Well, I don't want to discourage you in the future, but you're wrong. But you should always put that much thought into things. Don.
Was I overthinking it?
Wow, you stood a fair chance. You were right that Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was a throwaway or whatever. I think War and Peace might be too long for a lot of people to get through. It was Don Quixote.
That was my next one, but oh well. Because again, I believe it was part of reading material in school.
I would believe it because my earliest memory of that stuff, I don't think we were supposed to read it, although I was really bad for not doing what I was supposed to in school, so if we were supposed to read it, maybe I just didn't, and I just left the book in my locker, and that's why I don't remember. But we did learn a lot about Don Quixote. So I feel like a generation before that, they were probably still reading it for sure.
That was the Hunchback of Notre Dame, right?
Well, we had the Outsiders in that class. We had Knight.
No, Don Quixote. That was the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh. Yeah. Next question. I told you I didn't pay attention in school. What was the okay, wait, let me look at this question, because I think I put the answer at the top to fuck with myself. No, okay, so, the Recule of the Histories of Troy, by William Caxton, was the first, William Caxton in this case was the first Englishman to learn to use a printing press. The novel I just listed, the Recule, as it's called, was his first print book. What I'm trying to ask you is what year was the first English printed book? I did not write that question well. I was in such a panic.
No.
But I'm trying. It was the first English book printed on a printing press. What year did that happen? That's what the question boils down.
Okay, just for our listeners out there, Paul Johnson is a freelance writer, and will absolutely, and will absolutely write anything with nothing but professionalism and proper grammar for any of your projects. So please, you can get a hold of him through the Facebook page. You can also find him on Twitter.
I have a website, for fuck's sakes.
Okay, so what year? Okay, what are my choices?
A, 1473. B, 1900. C, 1356. Or D, 1800.
1800. 1800.
Oh, you think so, eh?
Yeah. I just feel like, okay, so like 1400 it's still pretty early in the evolution of technology and everything like that.
Yeah.
And, written in English. I mean, there was a lot of books that have been around for a lot longer than that were written in Latin. But then again, English, shit, yeah, I'm gonna kick myself because I'm gonna go with 1400.
The 1473?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah!
Yes. Nice work. Way to talk it through. I had to double check that one because I didn't mark the right answer in my notes, so I had to double check that
1800 I just went with because, by the 1800s they would have had printing presses, but then I'm thinking, there's books that are hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
But again, that's where it's like they're in French, they're in Latin, you go back as far as Aramaic in some cases. They weren't made on a printing press. But
I think the oldest book is arguably 2,600 years old. Because that was going to be one of the questions, but there was too much murky water. But that's the kind of age we're looking at. Yeah.
So that's why I went, 1400 or 1470. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Alrighty, nice though. I'm gonna pre-read this question so I don't make an ass of myself like last time. Okay, I actually wrote this one. Okay, perfect. The other one was just a mishmash of words. By being the first to use it in print with no previous record of it in language, who created the word nerd? A. Shakespeare. B. Dr. Seuss. C. Voltaire. D. Jane Austen.
Oh, shit. Let's go Jane Austen.
Okay. My wife is a huge Jane Austen nerd, by the way. No. It would be Dr. Seuss.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I shit you not.
I figured that was kind of a harsh word for Dr. Seuss, but alright.
A harsh word. Okay. Nope, you got that wrong. I almost gave you a point. Okay. How many words? And see, I was in such a rush because I had to write both quizzes this week: the mini-sode quiz and the. And
I know I failed you.
And the other quiz. Plus, I had to find the word of the week. So I was seriously overrun. So I didn't mark the correct answer, so I'm stalling so I can mark it. Okay. Anywho's, how many words are in the Harry Potter, in all the books, in all the Harry Potter books? You've read them, right?
No!
No, just the movies.
I've watched all the movies repeatedly.
Okay. Well, you should have read the books because you could have counted the words.
Yeah, because I'm sure that I would have done that.
Yeah. 1,084,170. 999,101. 2 million even. Or 9 million even.
Oh boy.
Just to mess with you.
I am gonna go. Shit, I'm gonna go 2 million.
Okay, you think there's an even number of words in Harry Potter?
Well, I mean, it's not so much that it's an even number, but I just, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stick with the 2 million.
Alrighty, you would be wrong. It would be 1,084,100.
Really? Okay. Yeah, it just, and I mean, I don't think I've ever even seen a Harry Potter book, so I'm trying to think of, thickness of a book and well, there you go. So you sat there this afternoon and counted them all out.
Yes,
Good job.
yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's why it took me so long.
Okay, yeah, I figured 9 million was way too much. You had one for 900,000 and one for 1 million, so I thought, 2 million. Okay, so, it's okay. I'm failing hard today.
You think you'll be okay, though?
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll
It'll
see.
only hurt your feelings. It won't leave marks on your face.
No, it won't.
Yeah,
Won't
okay.
leave marks on my face.
Fair
It's Naomi's job.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Religious texts aside, the most languages any book has ever been translated into was Le Petit Prince, or of course, The Little Prince. If you saw the cover, you might actually recognize it, even though it sounds weird and obscure. How many languages was it translated into?
27.
A. That is not one of the answers.
Oh, okay.
B. I'm not giving you A because you did that. C. 500. No. A. 300. This is another one that I have to fucking look up the right answer for because I suck. A. 300. B. 150. C. 500. Or D. 75.
75.
Okay, you think so?
No hesitation.
No hesitation. Well, I think I know what the answer is, but I'm double checking. Okay, good. So, why did you pick that? Why did you pick 75?
Well, I just feel like in order to translate a book from one language to another, the language itself has to have some, big following. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many obscure languages out there. I mean, you're not going to translate it into Swahili.
Yeah.
Because there's like 3 people on the planet that still speak Swahili.
Wow.
Right?
I feel like a lot of people are offended by that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why I have a podcast, so I can offend people and not worry about it. But yeah, and so, I mean, obviously there's a ton of language. I don't even know how many, but I just feel 75 is you cut through the main languages and then, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's
first thing I'll tell you is
I'm
there's
wrong.
5 million native Swahili speakers and 135 million that speak it as a second language. So
Really?
Yeah. So you might
But
want to.
okay, so but again, okay, when you think about 7 billion people in the world, 5 million, like 5 million people is a drop in a bucket. And out of those 5 million Swahili speakers, right, how many are going to pick up Le Petit Prince? But in Swahili.
300 languages. You were wrong.
Really? Okay. Well, my next, and I wouldn't have been close then, because my next would have been the 150.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So you did. Well, I mean, the Swahili word is poorly, but you did not well.
No.
You got one right.
I got one right.
6.
That's pretty good.
So.
That's pretty good. In my books, that's an A++.
Really? Really? What would happen if you got more than... What would... Well, I guess you just wouldn't, would you?
Hey, you know, sometimes you just have to fall back on the bell curve, buddy.
Well, I hope you're ready to bullshit your way through a word.
No, because I know what the word... I know I'll be able to define it properly this time. I have faith.
Oh, you've been reading the dictionary?
I've been reading the dictionary and yep.
Okay, great.
Yep.
So then you know what aphthongs are. Aphthong.
Now spell that for me?
APHTHONGS.
Aphthons. Now, is that the Swahili aphthon or is that the Japanese aphthon?
the Japanese.
The Japanese aphthon. Well, of course. The aphthon is actually there's no Japanese. It is it's Latin.
Okay.
And and it's the ceremony in which a suitor for to get married would perform in order to ask the father for permission to marry his 6 daughters.
His 6.
Yeah.
This only applies to people with 6 daughters. So if it was 3
with 6 daughters.
Different words?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I need.
It's like anniversaries. Like you got the first anniversary. You like we discussed before. You got paper. Yeah. And then you got gold, diamonds, cars, dildos, whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So with this, there was a particular ceremony for each
for 6 daughters.
for 6 or for 5 or even for 1.
Okay.
I think it went up to 13.
So and it was a dance.
It was a ceremony. There was a little dance in there,
Can you explain the ceremony a little bit?
Well, yeah, absolutely. The ceremony would I mean, it always had a bonfire, right? Big bonfire and stuff. And they would pass around, the suitor would pass around to the immediate family members a liquid concoction, which, I mean, really it was alcohol, but it was something that they had to brew specifically for the ceremony. Right, and do it all themselves. They had to pick all the fruits and the berries and all that shit, tree leaves and whatever, and brew this.
Yeah.
And it actually took 6 months to brew this shit. Right. So it was. I mean, and this was to go to show how serious you were about marrying the 6 daughters.
Of course.
Yeah. And you would have regalia, so there was an outfit.
Okay.
Right. It resembled the cock-a-doodle-doo guys. Yeah.
A rooster?
A rooster. I was going to say a cock, but I didn't want to be, gross.
Okay.
But yeah, a rooster. So it very much represent that because as everyone knows, the cock is a very virile and powerful, representation in Latin history.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had the outfit and pass around the giggle juice and a little bit of like yodeling and shit and
Okay. Yodeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yodeling.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and so this isn't as commonly known because people generally thought it was barbaric. But what would happen if the father agreed, and was all for the marriage?
Yeah.
He would end up cutting off the suitor's pinky toe.
All right then.
Yeah,
All right then.
And making it into a necklace.
Was that kind of so there'd be like no takebacks because you could always say like, "Look, my toe's missing."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a contract.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
You did you studied a lot of anthropology or?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That I am so glad. It's gonna make it so much better to tell you how right you were. The exact percentage of right you were was 0.
At least it's not less than 0.
Well, I wasn't accounting for less than 0. With those mathematical probabilities, it could be far lower. An aphthong are the silent letters in words like night or fight or Django. There might be something like new with a K silent. Yeah. It's the silent letters in a word, or aphthongs.
That was the second thing I was going to say.
Yeah,
It was, yeah. See, that was the
those
Japanese...
two ideas really overlap. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was the Japanese version of aphthong, you know.
Of course.
So, I went with the Latin.
I thought you said there was no Japanese version of aphthong.
Yeah, I was just tricking.
Oh, okay. Well then. Hang on. There you go. I got a phone call. I don't know what. Dear God, hello?
Hi.
I got a phone call and my camera had a stroke.
I saw that.
You're there. Okay, there we go. Okay.
I am here,
wow.
yes.
Freaky shit. Okay. So yeah, you were far off, you were miles off. You were terrible.
Wow.
You were terribly off. Are you
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'll probably just curl into the fetal position, cry myself to sleep tonight, you know, the usual.
Okay. If you're somewhere out there crying yourself to sleep and, life sucks and you wanna talk to somebody about it, why don't you go ahead and give us a call? We have a phone number, y'all know. It's, not reading this off a piece of paper at all, 1-587-997-4697 and select option 2. Yeah.
Give us a call. Yeah, give us a call, you know. You can give us a call and you can talk dirty to us if you like. We're into that. It's $1.99 a minute to talk dirty. The other calls are free.
No, it's free because we're into it.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, sometimes. Yeah. If you call at the right time, it'll be free. So.
Well, when the Mormons call, I generally try to charge because I don't really enjoy those conversations.
No, it makes for awkward phone sex.
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
Phone sex is super awkward, anyways. Like I don't.
Yeah, I really don't understand the concept of phone sex. It's never been my jam. No, I don't see the point. You know, it's
It's
pointless.
very strange. I've had 2 people try to, and the second one I just turned them down. The first time I made it through it, but I've had 2 people try to do the whole phone sex thing to me.
But I think like I can somewhat understand. I mean, with the advent of the internet, I mean, you know, you can find anything you want on the internet these days for at zero cost. You know, but like between a loving couple and everything, okay. I mean, it's not my thing, but you know, what's the deal with people paying this? Like, I don't know if they still exist, but I mean, people were paying $4.99, $5.99 a minute for this, and it's just like. That's really weird to me.
Yeah. Well, I think it's almost a vintage thing now to get somebody on the phone. I think if you're into that, good luck getting somebody on the phone because you can get anything on the internet. You can watch somebody on a cam, right? So,
yeah. But
I
mean, so
fetish.
What did a prostitute cost back then? I mean, couldn't you have just gone down to the local prostitute corner with $50 and been like, here and...
But I think that's not your thing. I think there's people that get off on the phone thing.
Yeah, I guess it has to be your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not to mention lower risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like getting a prostitute is a choice. I mean, if you're laying in bed and you don't want to get dressed, I mean, you're a long way from a prostitute already.
No, that's true. That's true.
So, you know, like phone sex is a lot easier. I gotta give you some of these.
Yes, you do.
To scatter in random places.
Yeah, I totally would.
Well... I guess I got... Well, no, I was going to say, actually, we could extend this episode even further. I know there's something you want to talk about. But I don't know if you want to have notes.
What, and enlighten me?
I don't know if you want to be prepared or not. I know that you wanted to talk about... What does my life come to? Felching.
No, I think that we can save that for another day, because, yeah, I think I'd like to have a little, some notes on that one. Some history, some stories, and...
Okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that is a mini-sode. A solid mini-sode.
There's a tease for future things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will certainly just... I'm sitting there and my mind's racing. I'm going, oh God, what kind of drunk messages have I sent him lately? I forgot about the felching, yeah.
It all came back to felching.
Yeah, all comes back to bite me in the ass.
We've been... bite you in the ass, that was better than mine! I was gonna say holding it in for a while, and then you said bite me, oh, okay. Way to accidentally steal my thunder, you just walked by and it stuck to you. Wow, okay. I don't know if there's gonna be a height beyond this high, we should just end the show.
Yeah, probably.
There's nowhere to go from here.
It's all downhill, man. It's all downhill from here.
Wow. Okay, well, during the break, whoa, what are we, cable television now? Whoa, that felt too legit for a sec. During the break, wow, we heard, from Think to the Brink, so, go over and check them out. There's a website, just Google it. You can also hear them wherever you listen to podcasts. I listened to them on Spotify earlier, so whatever. You can find them places. In the meantime, why don't you head on over and show us some love, too? You can find us on Apple, you can find us on Facebook. Those are both places you can leave us reviews. Both places you can tell us how much you enjoy us. Both places you can tell us you fall asleep and then accidentally wake up and masturbate to us unknowingly at 3 a.m. because it's just still playing and now it's just a whole thing, and when you hear us, you kind of get turned on. Tell us that stuff. Go ahead. Leave it in the review. Do whatever you need to do. Just tell us. Tell us all about you. You can also call that phone number I told you about earlier. I'll even tell it to you again. It's 1-587-997-4697 and select option 2. And just in general, reach out to us. You can also find us on Patreon at patreon.com/TSC podcast, and over there you can get your hands on loads of extras, like a video that we're recording right now. Look at it, video. I heard these things killed the radio star. I hope I'm gonna be okay. Anyways, so yeah, you can go over there and check all those things out. Every week we do a Patreon mini-sode that you can only get on Patreon, and we do things over there like additional trivia. We sometimes talk about, we do all kinds of things. We play Name That Sound. We've played not Truth or Dare, but like Would You Rather and stuff. It's a good old time. It's a good old time with good people. Well, us. It's a good old time. So So come on over and check it out. And if you subscribe for that video feed, it's like $5 a month, and you get to see us on at least 2 episodes a month. And you get to see that my Christmas tree is still up. And also, I wear a different hat in every episode, so it's worth your money. Okay, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss this shit. But yeah, I think that's it for us. This week I didn't do the intro halfway through the show by accident, which is totally awesome. The outro halfway through the show by accident, which is totally awesome. I love,
a little bit more on point today, yeah.
I love smoking pot and having a podcast. So anyways, I think that's about it for us. So this has been the Total Stickcast. Bye! Dope.
Well,
I have.
Thank you for joining us on the Total Stickcast. The Total Stickcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts, including Google Play, Apple, Spotify, and Stitcher. We appreciate your ratings and reviews as they help other people find us and help us to grow. Please take the time to let us know what you think. The Total Stickcast is hosted and produced by Paul Johnson and features Ryan Blair and Terry Savage. You can connect with Paul Johnson directly on Twitter at OffTheLP or at everythingpaul.net. That's everythingpaul.net. You can find the Total Stickcast on Twitter and Facebook at Total Stickcast. You can also reach us by email at TotalStickShow@gmail.com. My name is Larry G. Jones, and this has been the Total Stickcast. Thank you for making us a part of your day.